Hello everyone. I'm never normally the video type, as everybody knows, but I am doing this video against the background of a devotional that I got this morning from two friends and an encounter that I had between last week and yesterday. Last week, Wednesday afternoon, I went into a store to get something. As I was going through the door of the store, another female was coming out and we greeted each other. I went about my business and I thought the woman had gone about her business. But by the time I got what I was going to get and went back to the cashier, the woman approached me and said to me, "Do you know me?" I smiled and I said, "No." So I said, "Why did you ask?" She said, "Just the way you smiled at me and greeted me when I was going through the door, I don't normally see those things around a lot anymore." So I said to her, "You greeted me well also, so probably we were just destined to greet each other today." We had a little chit-chat, nothing deep, and she bid me goodbye and I went my separate way. Yesterday, I stopped by the hospital to visit an elderly member from church. As I was waiting on the elevator, when the elevator stopped rather, I saw a female coming out of the elevator and she said, "Oh my God, look at my friend." I realized it was the same woman from last week. So I didn't bother to go in the elevator. I stopped with her a little and we talked. Unknown to me that she was a resident doctor at the hospital. She asked me what I was doing there and I told her I'm there to visit a member from my church. So she asked me where the person is and I told her in intensive care. So she asked me if I mind if she would go back with me. She went with me to see the patient and as I spoke to him for a little and had a little prayer with him, she joined us and she said she's waiting on me until I'm ready. While we were leaving the department, she said to me, "I must tell you that I am a doctor here." I said, "Okay, I realize that you know the place well because once I told you intensive care, you knew exactly where to take me." And she also knew which room the patient was in without asking any question once I told her the patient's name. So she started to share with me her life's journey. And she explained to me that when she just came to this country 13 years ago, she was working 3 jobs to help herself go back to school because it was her and her mother alone and they had no help. And so one of her jobs was that she was working at a gas station. At the gas station, she ended up meeting a man who is now her husband. And at that time, the man was a pharmacist and was also studying to get his master in pharmacy. So they were both Christians. And so the man got serious about her. She got serious about him. And he took her to his parents to introduce. They liked her and they encouraged him to take her to church to introduce her to the pastor. However, she said when they went to meet the pastor was very disappointed in the young man, asking the young man in front of the young lady, "What is a pharmacist doing with a gas station attendant. She said she was so hurt, and until today, 13 years after, she still hurts about it. Not too long after that, she got a breakthrough and she enrolled in medical school. They got married while she was going through medical school. And up until that point, the church did not know that the girl was enrolled in and was attending medical school, because nobody at church, she said, paid her any mind. Nobody. People barely said hello if they would. They did not call her name at all. Nobody cared about her. Nobody showed her love. And she did not tell anybody that she was going to medical school. She graduated from medical school. And she got the job at the hospital that she's presently at. She said it was only until one day when a member from the church, who is an RN at the same hospital, met her on ward and asked her what she's doing there. So she says, I'm a doctor here. And she was, but I heard them say that you're a gas station attendant. And so she went to church, she spread the word, and then people started treating her differently. Now, when that lady told me her story, I saw myself coming out of her story. Because church people, let me not say church people, let me backtrack and say some church leaders tend to think that the only people who are valuable in the kingdom of God are those persons who have some things behind their names. And that is the reason why I am where I am today, because it was a treatment from a certain church leader that propelled me to get out there and show some people that you are not just what they think you are, but you are who God says you are. And this morning, as I went on WhatsApp, I saw 2 of my WhatsApp friends sent me the same devotional from Exodus, talking about those people who judge a person's potential by what they appear to be right now. Moses, one of the history's greatest leaders, the devotional says, was tending to sheep when God called him. I guess at the time when God called him, there was no corporate headhunter who would have hired him. Nobody needed him because he had nothing behind his name. But God saw him fit to be called for a certain office. And so I want to encourage somebody today, because I know there are some people who are meeting the palms of hell because of what they are now and because of what some people think they will never be. But I want to encourage you, just the same way as God has taken out myself and that young lady out of our situation, and has given us letters behind our names, and has put a song in our mouths to sing. God is going to take you out of your situation and put you where some people think you would never reach. My brethren, let me tell you something. Success is nothing to gloat about, because it is for everybody, and promotion comes neither from the east, from the west, from the north, nor from the south. But I wonder if some people are going to change the letters behind them name when they realize you have the same letters behind your name. Look here, man, it is high time that we see people as God's creation, and we see everybody as important, and stop looking down at people because they don't have certain things behind their names. It is high time we stop it, because some of us don't realize that we are the same ones stopping growth in the kingdom of God when we are the same ones trying to preach people in there. My brothers and my sisters, God bless you now. Continue to strive towards excellence, because guess what? Success is for all. Just continue to believe God. Continue to trust Him and continue to work towards your goal. God bless you.